I have come back. I came up with another idea. Since I was talking about this idea, oh God, I'm falling asleep. I really am. Oh, I'm falling asleep. Alright, let me go through. I came up with another idea. Okay. Chewie. Okay, it's not Chewie, but someone who looks like Chewie. He's on a ship. He's kidnapped. This is how my other story was going. There was a guy, a creature who looked like Chewie, and there were some Ewoks, a tall Ewok, the tallest Ewok, and the prettiest Ewok, both females. And they got kidnapped by someone who looks like Chewie. And he owes a great debt due to prostitution. And so, and there's an interest being charged. There's an interest rate that's accumulating and being charged. So I said, well, one idea, I'm going to another alternative version because I feel like this is a good ending to a story too. Imagine that the young Chewie lookalike, I don't pick a name, but someone who looked like Chewie but looks like him but isn't the same, but looks like him. He met this beautiful Ewok, or human, I don't know, probably an Ewok, like. You know, it gets weird when you're messing around with aliens. The stories get weird. But I think I'm going to stick with an Ewok. He met this beautiful Ewok and did not know he was falling into a trap. That she was a prostitute. And she charged him a lot for one night of pleasure. And he fell for it because she was so beautiful and alluring and available. And it was like a dream come true. So he seized the night. And after it was done, she told him that he owed her some money and he slept it off or something. The next day he owed a whole lot more because of inflation. So it's a trap, basically. My point is that, he couldn't pay off for that. He couldn't pay for that pleasure, that pleasurable experience. He couldn't pay for it because for some reason he waited like a day too late and he was in debt for the rest of his life. He couldn't wait because they had already charged interest. By the time, he was drunk. See, I'm just saying, this is how it could happen. The guy was drunk and he sees the dream. It was a night of pleasure and it was wonderful. Then he's told before he goes to sleep, after all that being spent and all that drinking, he's told that she's a prostitute and he owes her some money. The next day he gets up and, he's like, you owed me this, a couple hours ago. You went to sleep. Now, because of interest rates, you owe me more money. And he's outraged. And he's like, you are such an evil little Ewok. And so the original idea was that he would just keep getting mad at the unfairness and the injustice and do it some more. Just to piss everybody off and then be like a rogue, a man who's an outlaw who owes lots of money to prostitutes and their pimps. But my new idea is that forget that. What he should do is after he is told that one beautiful Ewok has entrapped him, he should spend the rest of his life making sure he's married to her. And once he's married to her, he won't owe her any money. So that's the best way to end that story. And I think that story has a lot of potential. Marrying the woman who tried to entrap you and charge you a lot of interest and make a sex slave out of you for that one night of pleasure, marrying her. And then you don't owe any money to her, and she's still beautiful, and you were still attracted to her. And now you don't owe any money to any bounty hunters or anything like that. You're free. You just have a wife. And she was still the most beautiful woman you ever saw. So that's a great ending. I like this version better. And then the story would be about him making sure she is going to be his wife, and he's going to put a ring on her. And that will cancel his debt, and he wouldn't have to go around trying to, look for some love in the wrong places. He'd come back to the situation, and who knows? It's all in the story according to the dude who looks like Chewie, how he handles the situation. But this is a good way to not prolong things, to go right back to that one person, that one Ewok who tried to enslave you and put a ring on that Ewok. That's a good story too.